Hello everybody, my name is Nocticon, and today we're going to be playing Warhammer 2 as Ikit and Clan Scryer. Now, normally for gameplay I do stick to like Twitch and just stream it, but with my work schedule sort of being all over the place, it's been very hard to stream, and I figure it's probably a little bit easier if I just sort of sit down and record segments of gameplay instead of streaming for long periods of time. So that I'm going to try this out. Now, we do love some Clan Scryer bonuses. We get access to the Forbidden Workshop, which gets us a lot of upgrades to weapon teams, Doom Rockets, Doom Wheels, and that sort of stuff, which is all awesome. And then the construction costs of minus 40% for engineering buildings, which is always super good. And the +2 loyalty for new recruits, which is awesome, because we don't have to worry as much about loyalty as much as like someone like Ikit Taker there. And then, of course, the Doom Rockets, as I mentioned, which are just like big nukes we can launch at our enemies. And then we do have the reduced upkeep for Warp Lock Giselles, Rattling Guns, and Warp Fire Thrower weapon teams, which is awesome because I love Rattling Guns and Warp Lock Giselles. And then getting +2 recruit rank on them, which is good. And you will see that I am playing on only hard difficulty here. That's because that's where I'm comfortable playing the game at. Before anybody makes a comment as to, why aren't you playing on legendary or whatnot? That's because hard is where I am comfortable. And that's what we're going to do. Ikit Claw is not only mechanically probably my favorite legendary lord, but also in the lore of Warhammer, I really like me some Ikit Claw. He's fucking awesome. I really like the Skaven. They're downright my favorite, which is why I'm doing my first sort of Warhammer video, I guess, if this becomes a thing, that I'm doing it as the Skaven. Because I fucking love me some rat boys, man. They're fucking awesome.
Supreme Warlock Master, your knowledge of science and sorcery is unsurpassed. This is your chance to experiment and make the world your playground of diabolical weaponry. Perhaps the Estalians could be your first test subjects. They may well be harboring a wealth of warpstone, and will surely offer little resistance to a carefully aimed Doom Rocket. To the north, the Bretonnian dukedoms fight for honor and chivalry. Yet they have a soft underbelly, which could easily be exploited by Scryer's under-empire. Many greenskins dwell in the mountains north of Tilea. They do not know it yet, but both they and the Tileans could prove useful fodder in furthering your research. Your workshop awaits you, my lord. Let the power of Warpstone be felt by all through the explosive experiments of Ikit Claw.
Alright, excellent. So this is the how they play screen that you get at the start of every campaign. I'm just going over Skaven Corruption, which gives us free uses of Menace Below. And it's awesome. Food, probably more important than money for the Skaven. Because their power really comes from being able to take settlements, at a really high level. And then, of course, the Forbidden Workshop and the Under Empire. Forbidden Workshop is where we get all of our upgrades. We spend our warp fuel and all that good stuff. And we're going to throw this engineer into Ikit's army right away. And we're going to upgrade Skaven Blight here immediately. And we're going to go for the growth building first. because I really want to grow Skaven Blight as fast as possible.
Skaven Blight's the greatest, best inventor.
So to borrow here, we're gonna keep that as a sack city. We're just gonna sack it every turn until we have enough food to take it at tier 3. So we can get a tier 3 settlement right away. After Skaven Blight is done upgrading, we're probably gonna go ahead and build a Pox Cauldron, get a Plague Priest right away. Does this actually increase capacity? Maybe. We're either way, we're gonna build that right away, and then in Tabaro, when we take that, it's gonna be kind of silly because it is a minor settlement, but we are going to build the construction cavern right away, so we can get Plague Claw catapults, because that is our access to having a siege attacker unit, as well as getting more warlock engineers going. So without further ado, now the first time we do this, we do have to fight it. It is just a bunch of slow melee infantry, which is fine. We just use our Warlock Jezzails and our Rattling guns there. We're gonna win this fight with literally 3 units, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much just Ikit, the Warlock Jezzails, and the Rattling gun.
Rattling gun.
Probably don't need to set up too far back here.
Warlock engineer.
Ikit's actually gonna run all the way up to the front here. These guys are gonna start unloading right away, pretty much. I actually want them to shoot these guys.
Storm Demon Prime. Ikit Claw.
So Ikit's gonna get in there, use his little warp fire thrower. Just do a metric ton of damage.
Scotty, race. Move tail.
Okay, and those guys routed for now. Let's get these guys shooting them. Rattling guns are about to open fire, and we are opening fire on those. Let's go ahead and brass orb that. Keep them in place. And we're gonna warp fire throw those guys. Get him, make it. Oh yeah. Just a ton of damage. We can go ahead and sling some warp lightning at these ones. They dodged it a little bit, but it's good because it slowed them down anyway. Yeah. Just make sure we're shooting at these guys to keep them suppressed. And that's the battle. Easy peasy. It's always pretty early, pretty easy in the early game here, with a small army like that. But it's still kind of funny to think about how a Rattling gun and a Warlock Jezzail with Ikit alone can still take all that out by themselves. We only used 3 units in that battle. That's all you really need to do. I have played that on Legendary and done the same thing, and it works, so. And ultimately, Ikit's army isn't even going to have frontline units in it. They will be replaced by a single Plague Priest.
No devastation, like Ikit's devastation. Yes, yes.
'Cause that's really all you need.
Kill targets now.
Yep, we're just going to sack it over and over again here to build up our food before we take it. And also, we want to bait one of these guys' armies
Claw has
will eventually come over here, and we'll get a fight with it.
Chief Warlock Ikit Claw.
We're gonna ditch the clan rat. Yes. And we're instead going to just get a bunch of Skaven slaves. We'll get one melee, we'll get 2 slingers there. We'll keep 1 slinger by each weapon team for now. Always get root marcher. Always.
Knows who his boss is.
I see some people ignoring movement speed. This is another really good thing that Warlock Engineers provide, is that extra movement range. It's not to be underestimated. Then we're going to go ahead and go with the expansionist planning first, because I want Skaven Blight to grow really quickly. Alternatively, we could just generate food, but we're going to be getting enough of that from Tobaro anyway. As we just sack it every turn. And yep, we got recruitment going. Once this army gets a little more filled out, we are going to be recruiting a warlord. I would like different traits from these guys, but that might work. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The reason why we want to recruit a warlord is because they get a skill that increases your income from all your settlements by a substantial amount, actually. So we're going to be doing that, and we're just going to basically have that second army just always training a warlord, essentially. So it's going to be pretty good. So I always like to get this on the first turn. That way, whenever we go to build another Doom Rocket, we have that chance of building a second one.
Equip and murder.
And getting the Rad Eye Scopes for Warp Lock Giselle, so that way they do a little bit more damage through some armor.
No devastation like Ikit's devastation.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and go through our first intern. Not a whole lot going on here. Not quite yet. We did have the Beastmen there, but we do start off the game in a non-aggression pact with them, so we don't have to really worry about them. And they pretty much go off and get themselves killed, so they're really not an issue. The dominating scheme we've unlocked. This actually really could be worth it right now, because we're going to get that reduced recruitment cost, even though we're just getting Skaven slaves. It helps, and then the public order and the extra growth is really the big thing, and the food generated. So yeah, actually, because we're waiting, right? Yeah, we're waiting another 2 turns. And even while that's upgrading, we're still building up the population surplus, right? So, let's go ahead and do it.
Good for weapons testing.
Good for weapons testing. Okay. Fucking, I love you, Ikit.
Weaklings detected. Destroy.
Yeah, now we can just auto-resolve because they're damaged all to hell. And, yep.
Set suit to war fight mode.
And we have more numbers too, so...
More land
Even though I'm pretty sure Skaven slaves actually hurt your balance of power more than anything, but, you know.
travel now.
And we'll run back on here and just get some more recruitment in. And we'll do that again. 1 more melee, 2 more slingers. Hopefully we won't really have these guys for... Oh, you know what? Let's actually grab Bonded Service. We're only going to get the first rank of bonded service, but that's going to make our recruitment a little bit cheaper here. I didn't even look at what it was before, but there we go.
No malice detected.
And then we're going to take standardized firing drill to buffer missile units.
Warp lightning.
And by building the growth building, we did unlock our research here. So let's go ahead and get that going. We're going to rush probably for the replenishment rate there. This will be good to pick up too, just for our second army to have that. But preferably sooner rather than later, we'd like to get to this line here. And that's our second turn. So this is going to be a lot of rinse and repeat here for these first few turns. Actually, what I should do is go ahead and get that warlord recruited this next turn, because he can be getting experience off of doing all the sacking too. Excuse me.
Skaven Bryce, great best inventor.
So, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. We're gonna grab a warlord. I guess we'll just grab the weapon master. It's actually a hard call to make. The weapon master has more loyalty, like guaranteed to have more loyalty. But that ambush success chance is pretty good. I think we'll play it safe right now. If this is later in the game, I'd probably go for the cunning guy, but weapon master is going to be alright for now. We'll throw him in there.
Engineer of Scryer.
Ikit. Go ahead and do the battle.
All things die. This arms race, no contest.
Yep, just auto-resolve it again. Let's see, how much food are we getting from this? 5 food a turn. Yeah, you can see we're already kind of really building up. Okay.
This place's riches are mine.
Sack that. Instead of in
Tinker.
recruiting in Ikit's army, well, no, I did pick up bonded service. We're only going to get the first rank on that though, because now I want to just upgrade Ancient Cunning, and that'll be our 4 points to get Draft Master. And then over here we're going to grab Quartermaster, Mine All Mine, and Renowned and Feared. And that's going to be all of our points in the blue line. So, yay.
This rat is no my brain is
And now we'll
never
grab,
rat. See?
let's actually grab Triangulation first.
All tales are mine.
Yeah, we just recruited this guy. He should be able to come down and assist in this next attack and get himself some experience, though. And as we go to replace these guys, we can always transfer them into his army too, if we get this stuff done soon enough to get plate claw catapults and rattling guns and all the good stuff.
Ikit Claw has no equal.
So yeah, we're gonna be wiping out Talea over here. Probably right after we finish off these dudes. Nostalgia. We got our local recruitment capacity, which is really good. The +2 recruit rank for clan rat units is not going to come into play until way later. We will eventually kind of where all this Skaven slave horde of trash is eventually going to be replaced by clan rats, but not until we have a really strong economy to support that.
Warlord, me.
So this dude is going to run down here, get in range. Skaven Blight. So, what did we want to do?
Enemies in sight.
Oh, we can't even build that right away. Okay, so let's upgrade growth. And then, yeah, I guess we'll just do the rubbish pit and the Taskmaster's platform. There's not really, I mean, we could get this stuff, or we could get Night Runners. But these guys are meh, and then, you know, we get access to Rattling Guns, Jazales, and Warp Fire Throwers in one more tier. So in 6 turns we can upgrade this, and in 10 turns we can build this, right? So we're gonna hold off on all that. We're actually gonna go ahead and go for the Taskmaster's platform right now. Having rebellions to fight is helpful to get more experience and all that good stuff, but
Exosuit ready.
I kind of just at the same time don't want to deal with it. Okay, this dude is here. So that's good. I almost wonder if I should actually attack with him. We'll do that next turn.
Which kill device to use?
Like attack with the other guy and then have Ikit's army reinforce. Because that other guy will get more experience, and we just want him to level up as fast as possible so we can replace him, basically. Just getting a ton of warlords that add 4% income from all your settlements. Why did I fight this battle? Why did I fight this battle? Okay, whoops. That's fine. Okay, where you at? Let's go. I have no idea why I just fought this. I'm gonna bring this guy up here. Just cause. Ikit. I meant to auto-resolve this. Oh well. Shoot those guys. Get to make it. Gotta love it. I guess it's fun to watch, right? Even though there's really not a lot going on here. I did not mean to fight this fucking battle. And that's GG's. Whoops. I mean, I guess it's fast enough anyway, right? Ultimately, it is safer to do the battles yourself. But, because, I don't know, for some reason, like, you do auto-resolve with Skaven Slaves. And for some reason, like, instead of the auto-resolver just letting the Jazale and the Rattling Gun do all the work like it does, Skaven Slaves, like, charge in and die. It's dumb. So, I guess we, you know, I mean, they're Skaven slaves, but we saved some of their lives for a little while. So that's alright. Decisive victory. I probably got another 5 food from that. Let's see, how much did we get? Yeah, we got 5 food. Okay. What we really want to be getting for items is bell polishers, because that's what's going to increase our capacity for plague priests. Yeah, let's get the campaign movement range again.
Where are my schematics?
And get back up here. One more round of recruitment for Ikit. We'll just go all melee on it. That's fine. And then this guy can pick up
Guide us, Horned One.
some slaves as well. Yep. Yeah, then when we get this stuff in a couple turns, we'll unlock all of our other starting technologies, which is going to be pretty good for us. We'll get a lot of strong things there.
Great victory. Tell the clan.
So I'm really hoping that they do bring an army over here to Tabaro that we can beat. Yep, there it is. Kind of like right on time, actually. So, let's see. What's he got in there?
I will not obey.
Just a lot of crap. So, this is going to be a battle that we're actually going to have to fight. Get you up here.
Test
And
subjects.
Get on up there.
Make things dead.
So the pistoliers are kind of gonna be a pain in the butt, but we can always intercept them with the doom flares and back up those doom flares with some slingers and whatnot. But I'm still confident in our ability to be able to do this. But I mean, here we are, win or lose this campaign. We're gonna be showing it all. So
Which killed
I mean, this is all mostly just crap, but we're gonna have to definitely use more than just the one Giselle and one Rattling gun on this. We're still gonna open up that way for sure. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have to throw in our hordes of slaves, and that's gonna be okay.
No contest.
I'm still confident that we will win this. It's just not gonna be as easy as it has been, and that's okay. But hey, we're gonna get more food. We're gonna get a lot more food from a larger army like this. Okay, start deployment's actually really good. Winds of Magic. To start with, I wish I could see sort of where they deployed. Let's put our sails up here. Rattling guns down here. That little rock right there is actually going to be a little helpful. And throw some slingers over here. Throw some slingers over here. I kind of like to split these dudes up a little bit.
What orders?
Actually turn skirmish off.
Skaven slaves.
We'll throw some of them here.
Now, ready now.
I always like to set up behind the ranged units. That way the ranged units always get more of a clear shot. Actually, we'll put these guys on hotkey 3. I'm going to use hotkeys on this fight, just because there's more going on. So moving forward in bigger battles like this, you will see me using control groups like this. So, alright, the pistoliers are right in the middle there. I want my Giselles actually to get right on them. try and just snipe them out right away.
Ikit claw.
Shoot the pistoliers. Move these guys like this.
Very good, master. Now, ready, now.
And sort of these outside slingers, you can actually sort of move to
Yes, master.
convex the area a little bit. Like it's taking damage.
Storm demon. Now. Front face. Quick mode. My
So we're about in range of the pistoliers. I think Ikit can get a shot off on them. Except Ikit's gonna run away. Okay, they're charging in.
quick fast.
Yeah, stay on them.
Tail.
Don't shoot those. Actually, just
Great,
move
great.
there. That's fine.
Move, run.
Okay, so the pistoliers are routed, and a small enough group of them now where I don't really have to worry about it. Actually, shoot Lupio. Yeah, this is fine. Brass orb, right there. Kind of break him up, slow him down. Just do what we gotta do. I don't think Ikit shot at all, actually. This is why I always put Ikit on a mount. Even though, like, his little warp fire thrower wrist rocket thing is super strong, sometimes he just doesn't want to shoot it. Okay, so they're moving up on us now, so we gotta charge in. We gotta charge in some slaves.
Ready, ready. Fight, fight.
Ikit, go ahead and fight him.
Stab the stab.
You guys go ahead and move back here.
Council's command.
Let's get these guys down here as well.
Obey.
All three of you guys, just focus on that. That's fine.
Skaven slide.
And you guys get in there and slow them down. Ikit is taking way too much damage.
Casting death. Hey.
Rattling gun, just go ahead and shoot into there. Giselles.
Move, move.
Thought that got caught for a second. Actually, go ahead and open up on them.
Council's command.
We can actually move these guys in to shoot their archers. Crossbowmen, rather. Get these rattling guns a little more around the side over here. Ikit has taken more damage than I would have liked,
Skaven slaves.
for sure. But I think that's okay anyway. It's gonna be okay. We can get enough replenishment. Actually, we can bring these dudes up. I should have brought these dudes up a lot earlier. Actually, this guy will be good at fighting Lupio. What's going on here? Okay, Ikit's just kicking some ass in there. Alright, so the middle broke, which is really bad. Let's go ahead and hit it with some warp lightning. The rattling gun, I need you to shoot into there, please. Get Giselles. Oh shit. And this is why I spread my slingers out. Shit. This guy's hunting down my Giselles, and it's upsetting me. Get in there and slow them down. Ikit is still taking a shit ton of damage. Let's get that on there. Tie those guys up. You can get over here. Actually, warp lightning right on top of that. Shoot those. You shoot those. What are we shooting at back here? No, don't waste ammo on that. Tie him down. You, sir, need to get in here and fight Lupio. Thank you. Shoot him. The rattling guns are taking a beating over here.
Horned rats will!
Gotta get them out of here.
Die! Die!
Where the Jezzails.
Now! Move!
What the hell's going on?
Retreat!
Seriously?
Yes! Yes!
Just go melee.
Rocky jar, yes! Quick! Quick! Ikit claw! Rattling gun! Stop!
Actually, rattling gun. Shoot their archers.
Our tail's yours!
Shoot those.
Back in the crowd!
You guys went into melee here. Saved the Jezzails.
Rats will!
Jezzails, shoot Lupio.
Kill time!
I think we're still gonna win this, but this is very. Just keep shooting them. Actually, that's something I've completely forgotten to utilize this battle is the fucking Doom Flayers.
Ikit claw!
See, this is really annoying when this happens. They have like all these small fragmented forces just all over the place. And like, I don't care really about losing Skaven slaves, right? They're Skaven slaves. They suck. Alright, so we won. And because it's a settlement battle, we don't really need to hunt anything down. Because it's all gonna die. They have nowhere to go. So, I agree, close victory. I definitely could have played that better. Ikit took way too much damage. I lost track of the Warlord, actually. And I didn't get the Doom Flayers in soon enough, who could have easily dealt with their crossbowmen. But, oh well. We won anyway, right? We're still gonna get plenty of replenishment over the intern, so it doesn't matter. And again, these are like Skaven slaves. So we don't really care that much about casualties here, because these guys are so easily replaceable. And they're basically free. I'm gonna keep sacking this for just a little while longer.
Like Ikit's devastation.
Or am I? Actually, no. I'm gonna go ahead and occupy this now.
Fight them! Yes, yes! Horned one!
And just like that, we have a tier 3 settlement. And what I'm gonna do is I want to get the play claw catapults. Actually, we need them because it's a siege attacker. We could go for rat ogres as well, but I want to be. I mean, let's be real. The the play claw catapults are better than rat ogres. Rat ogres are still a really good unit, but they're not. They're not as necessary, I would say, as
Chief Warlock,
play
Ikit
claw
claw.
catapults. And yeah, we can move Ikit back here.
Motion.
We'll get more replenishment in Skaven Blight. And we can actually go into encamp stance to bump that up even higher. Just keep leveling up Ancient Cunning.
Guide us, Horned one!
And yeah, this ability right here is what we want. This Ravenous expansion. But for now, I mean, we just treat him like a warlord, which is fine. But another really good thing that this did for us was really open up recruitment. So now we can recruit from 2 regions at once. Or 2 provinces, rather. And yeah, with that, we're going to go ahead and do our intern.
Rebels in this victory!
And then we'll probably wrap up the video there at the end of this next turn. Because really not a lot's going to be going on now. It's just going to be kind of building up and getting ready to go siege Magritta. Oh, and of course, we need to rename Tabaro to Tobarat. In true Skaven fashion. Yes, yes. Oh, hey, that's a good trait. That's an awesome trait to have gotten, actually. Okay. The extra ammo isn't really going to come into play yet. So yeah, let's just keep going with triangulation for now. Triangulation. It's going to be all good.
Yes.
So, I actually want to send this guy out to kind of scout ahead and keep an eye on them. I'm going to jump him back into the army later. Because I want to be able to see all of this to know where their armies are at. So we cannot siege yet until this building is done and we recruit some plague claw catapults. So we need to hang on to our money.
Now, forward, now! Stink of command!
Yeah. Maybe we can recruit some Skaven slaves because they don't really fucking cost anything, right?
Warlock engineer!
Then going to ambush stance here just in case. If this guy sees him and goes, oh, there's just, Skaven slaves in that army. Granted, I don't think he would do that with only his lord anyway. But still, I've seen weirder things. But we kind of like want to bait that guy. I'm going to go ahead and build that. I know I just said I wanted to save our money, but we have 2 turns. And that's going to build. Actually, we want to build that up right away too. So this is our walls right away. And this is kind of what I was talking about, where Skaven are really strong. We captured this at tier 3, and we're able to build walls here right away. And also with the Skaven, you get that warp bomb ability with the tier 3 walls built up. So it's going to be super strong. But from there, let's go ahead and wrap up the episode. We are 6 turns in now. And we will continue this, I guess, in another episode that I'm going to release tomorrow. So stay tuned or something. I don't really know how YouTube works. I came from Twitch. Okay. Bye-bye now.